What are you doing?
Hey, what do you want? Who are you?
I'm with the Dallas Comic and Pop Expo. Like, what are you doing?
It's none of your business. Mr. J told me to do it, so I'm doing it.
It looks like you're putting a bomb underneath the water fountain.
No, see, you're crazy. Get out of here.
There are people here. People are going to drink out of that.
That's the point. Now go on, scrap. You ain't B-Man, you ain't the police. Get out of here.
This is sick.
Don't drink the water.
Hey guys, talking to Zachary McGinnis with Dallas Comic and Pop Expo. Zach, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you doing?
So, this is your first time doing this con in
It
Richardson,
is.
Texas. How's it been so far?
So far, so good. We've had a whole lot of fun.
And as far as like the turnout, a lot of good people coming out, a lot of cosplayers,
lots
and
of
like,
fans, lots of cosplayers. There's been some Power Rangers, there's been some Jokers, some Batmans. One thing we seem to be missing is Ninja Turtles.
doesn't seem that way now. So you're hoping to actually produce this con several times a year here in Dallas.
We're going to do the next one August 9th and 10th.
Cool. And you plan on doing like 3 or just 2 a year? How are you going to?
Probably just 2 a year right now.
So what made you want to do this here in Dallas?
I've been going to shows since I was about 12 years old. I've been booking celebrities for conventions for going over on 7 years now. And I just felt like Dallas was missing that kind of family-friendly, affordable show, and that's what we're trying to do.
Well, with growth, there's going to be.
Yeah, but we're going to
Lots of
focus on, keeping the flow smooth and keeping the kids free admission, trying to have some kid events going on every day,
Awesome. Okay, so as far as next con, what can we expect next time?
Well, we've already announced Roger Jackson, who's the voice of Ghostface from Scream. He's never done a convention before. He's also the voice of Mojo Jojo from Powerpuff Girls. We've got Cousin It and Lurch, Felix Sela, and Carl Strucken coming in. We're trying to bring in talent that hasn't been to Dallas before.
Cool. So you're always bringing something new
Yeah.
and interesting. I think that's going to be some of the appeal of your con.
Yep.
Zach, thanks for talking to us, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Yep.
And guys, get him. Hey, what's going on? This is our buddy Michael Champion. How you been, buddy?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Of course, we've given away some artwork of yours before, and you've got some custom pieces this time around, right?
Yeah, that's right. Did the show exclusives for Walter Jones and David Yost, the black and blue Power Rangers for the show. And
Dude, we showed those on the Facebook page, and people loved it. It was awesome. You think those are going to actually do well today?
oh yeah, I've met these guys on the convention circuit and become friends with them, and the crowd response to them is insane. They are real popular draws for the show, and I'm excited to have some pieces of them, and I think they're going to do really good.
Okay, so what are the new pieces that you've done here lately?
Well, let's see. I've got those. I've got a young Boba Fett, Daniel Logan. One of the things I'm doing now is part of the agreements I have with shows is I'll do prints of some of the celebrities that appear at the show. So I've done Daniel Logan as Boba Fett. Let's see, done Marina Sirtis, Counselor Deanna Troi from Star Trek. Just did a Michael Biehn from Terminator. Played Kyle Reese. So a couple other celebrities, stuff like that.
So the con season's gearing up, man. You ready for it or what?
Oh yeah, I'm in the middle of doing 6 shows in 6 weeks in a row right now, and this is show number 4.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so we got 2 more to go, and then I'll take a break.
Well, take care of yourself, buddy. We're going to show some of that artwork. Thanks, man.
Good seeing you again.
Oh, hey, can I talk to... Nope.
Hey guys, we're here day 2, Dallas Comic and Pop Expo, and I'm here with Leanna Vamp, and she's Freddy Krueger today, which is amazing. It's my favorite horror movie villain.
Thank you.
So tell us, you having fun here in Dallas so far?
I am. It's been great. The only thing is today it's freezing, and yesterday it was 80 degrees, and it's like 20 today. I didn't think that was possible to change that intensely, but other than that, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's like typical Texas winter. It
Craziness.
goes from 80 to 20 to 80 to 20 in like a span of 2 weeks.
So pretty much everyone must be always sick here then because the weather changes.
Always.
That's
Always. Everyone's Facebook feeds are, I'm sick, I'm so sick.
Awful weather. Texas, cut it out. Cut it out.
We hate it. But yeah, so I know this is the first year con at this specific convention. What are your opinions on the con so far, like as opposed to some of the bigger conventions you've been to?
I think it's been great so far. I really like the smaller, homier cons. I feel like you get a lot more like personal interaction with people. You don't feel like you have to rush. You get the time to talk to people, hang out. I got to meet someone like you, which is awesome because I'm pretty sure we're going to be friends for a really long time and hang out all the time. So stuff like that's really great because when it's huge and crowded and packed, it's almost overwhelming and you don't get that like time to just hang out.
Yeah, I understand that because I've been to WonderCon and Comic Con, and I would have never gotten to meet you and talk to you. I'd be like, oh, hey, it's Lena Vamp. Okay, bye.
It would have been like, hey, how are you? You look awesome. All right, see you later. And then we probably would have never saw each other again.
Exactly, yeah. What about the other guests? I know there's Power Rangers, which I've been freaking out about all weekend.
The Power Rangers are amazing. I've done a lot of shows with a lot of the Power Rangers. Really great guys. I'm next to Peter Mayhew, which is amazing, Chewbacca. Jim Cummings is right behind me, and he's awesome. So I have a great spot. I'm surrounded by so many great people. I couldn't be happier right now.
Awesome. And you were a judge in the costume contest. What are some of your like most impressive or like your favorite funny costumes of the whole convention?
One of my favorites, which was actually my judge's pick, was the guy that did Heisenberg. And honestly, when I saw him yesterday, he was across the hall, and it really looked like him. Like, I was literally convinced that it was him, so I had to pick him for my judge's pick. There was a lot of great costumes. I think it was Darkwing Duck and Morgana.
Yeah.
They were so adorable, and it was such an original thing. I've never seen that before, so that's one of my favorite things is seeing people do something that I've never seen before at a con.
Well, definitely. Like, my favorite, I've seen him around before, but the Chewbacca, or just the huge
insane.
Wookiee.
And they pretty much, I talked to them, they pretty much made everything except for like they bought the leather pieces and then the metal accents, but they did all the fur, he did the stilts. It was incredible. It was really incredible.
Well, it sounds like you've had a great convention so far, and I'm glad you got to come out to Dallas and experience one of our smaller cons, because our bigger cons are so hectic.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It was great meeting you, and I hope to come back and see you soon.
Yay!
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
Link, Princess Zelda's been taken by Ganondorf again. There he goes. All right, guys, we're here with Ashley. And Ashley, you've drawn all of these amazing pictures, right?
I did, yes.
So, what do you do this for a living, or is this just like a hobby? What is this?
Well, this is a hobby for now. Last May, I graduated school for animation, and then I got a job doing graphic design. So graphic design's my day job, and then I do this stuff kind of on the side, just for fun, while I try to break into an actual animation job.
Ah, okay. So, I'm seeing some beautiful nerd artwork. Are you yourself a nerd? Like,
Definitely, yeah. I'm 100% nerd. I love anime. Obviously, Sailor Moon is one of my favorites. I have a ton of Sailor Moon art. I'm a big Batman girl. Actually, I have a car sitting outside named Damian Wayne after the most recent Robin.
nice.
So I would definitely say I'm a nerd.
That's excellent. That's excellent. And you have a website. Do you sell your art on the website, or?
I do, yes. So my website is akhaze.com.
akhaze.com. Well, Ashley, thank you so much for letting us talk to you today. And yeah, go check out the website and get some of her artwork. It's really cool. Jason, I just found your next Christmas present. I know you're going to love it.
Guys, it is my pleasure to introduce this guest. You might not recognize her because she's from a galaxy very far, far away. Miss Kathy Monroe, thank you for talking with us, ma'am.
No problem. Really pleased to be here.
Well,
yeah.
if you guys don't recognize her, you probably don't. She was a very pivotal character in Empire Strikes Back. You were Zuckuss.
Yes, I was. Yes, all those many moons ago. Yes, we've got a variety of photographs, different images of the character that I played. And I also played another character that a lot of people don't realise, and that was this character here, which was the Snaggletooth Beastspin.
Yes.
And I did that. That was a Cloud City set, and that I worked on there. And that's me without my mask. So you've got a nice picture of me with a mask on my lap. So that just shows you all those years ago when I was up to, when I was 18.
Well, that's not the only thing that you've done. You're kind of the nerd queen. We've seen you in the Muppets, Supergirl. You've even been in a couple of James Bond films.
Oh, yes, I have. I did Octopussy. I was in the circus scene. I was a reporter. I was in The Shining. I was one of the hotel guests leaving. I had a line to say in that. I had to say goodbye, Mr. Altman. So that was my claim to fame. And there's a book just been written about The Shining, and I'm actually in that book telling my story of how I got into it and my journey with that, and that was quite interesting because I have a sister and we're very alike, and a lot of people thought we were twins. So of course there's an association with twins in The Shining, and so that's quite interesting. So that's all in the new book that's coming out. Yeah.
And like I said, people consider you kind of a nerd queen. Well, what else have you been doing with yourself these days?
Well, I work on a soap. I work on a regular soap for the BBC, and I do that most weeks. And I also sing. I'm in a group with my sister. So we do lots of singing, we do lots of acts, we go all around England and Ireland, and I do a lot of singing, and also conventions, obviously,
So this isn't your first time to Dallas, Texas, though?
It is. It's my
This
first
is your first time?
Yeah, first
Well,
time.
welcome and thank you for visiting us.
Never been before. I've always wanted to come.
We're some of the nicest people here, and you
Yeah.
certainly. I'm not gushing. Miss Will, thank you very much for speaking with us.
Oh no, that's my pleasure. It's lovely to meet you all. It really is.
Okay, so it is my pleasure to be speaking with the one, the only, the great Heisenberg, or Walter White. So you actually, you seem to be doing okay from the bullet wound.
Yeah, it's just a scratch. I'm gonna be all right.
Nobody can bring down Heisenberg. That's right.
No, Heisenberg is a legend.
That's right. So you are you still pushing the method? Should we be talking about this right now? Are you still pushing it?
Let's keep it on the DL. I might have a couple samples here, but
oh snap!
Yeah. So yeah, but keep that on the DL.
Yeah. No, I'm totally not going to be smoking this the moment we get done with this at all. So are you in business by yourself now, or what are you doing?
Yeah, because Jesse's a little punk ass, and he left. So,
bitch.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, well I know you're a very busy man, and I won't keep you up for very much longer. But I enjoy your work, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Enjoy the con.
All right.
Okay, guys, I got Lucas Bonace here. Lucas, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Now, we were walking by your booth. You're an author, right?
Yes.
So you made this ebook, but you've taken on a very huge visual element with this. Tell us about this.
Right. Well, this is called Dreamatory, and the first story is called Transcension. And what the story is about is a group of teenagers who are patients right now in a child psychiatric center. And they all are struggling with different mental illness issues, such as depression, such as bipolar, such as anorexia and PTSD and anxiety issues. And what happens in the story is that the characters are given a new medication in order to help with their mental illness. But this new medication has one heck of a side effect. It gives these kids super human abilities.
I guess they missed putting that on the label. Okay.
Right. Well, the medication is still at a trial phase, so this is kind of a surprise to everyone that what the medication is doing to these young kids.
Okay. So we were pretty much taken in by the visual aspect, and this is an ebook, correct?
Well, it's an ebook that looks better than an ebook.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. With how remarkable technology is, I wanted to do something more than just give people words. I wanted to make it very graphical. I wanted to kind of, with these visual elements, help people get into the story more, be where these kids are living. And what you see right now on the screen is a 3D rendering of the central lobby of the building where the story takes place. I was able to get a wonderful artist in Los Angeles to do this for me. And what this is the central lobby of the sanctuary, the child psychiatric center that the kids are living in right now. I wanted to, words can, do so much, but again, you know the old saying, a picture, says 1,000 words as well. So it's a combination of words and also visual elements in order to, bring the reader into this world
You
better.
certainly brought us into it just passing by. Okay, so now we were talking, the first book is out this week, correct?
Yes, it was just released this week. Yes, at dreamatory.com.
And how many others are planned?
Transcension 2 is going to be released in the fall, and Transcension 3 is going to be released next spring.
Cool. Well,
Yes.
hey, Lucas, thanks for talking to us, man. We need to go check that out. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Hey guys, Anasni here with Jim Cummings, a very talented voice actor, and I'm pretty sure you know him from something you've watched as a kid or as an adult. So Jim, tell us, are you having fun so far at the Dallas Comic and Pop Expo?
I love it. I've been waiting this whole time for you to show up, and Desiree, you finally got here, so now it's complete. It's good.
Excellent. Okay, interview over. No.
That's all we needed. Thank you.
So, what is your favorite character or two favorites, if you can't pick one, that you've done over the years?
It's tough to say. I think Pooh and Tigger are in their own category because they come from, literature from the 1920s, I guess it was, and they've been around forever, and they're kind of like evergreens. They're not a fad. They'll never be fads. It's like Christmas. It's not a fad. It's just there.
Yeah.
But and then I'm kind of move on to different ones like I'm crazy about Darkwing Duck. Always loved Don Carnage from Tailspin and King Louie. See, I could be here all day. That's the problem. But I have to say that Ray from Princess and the Frog has got a very near and dear spot in my heart too.
You broke my heart as Ray. You broke my heart. I loved Ray so much, and then that movie.
Yeah, well, I've like I say, I have 4 daughters, and my older girls, I didn't tell anybody anything, and we just went to the movie, and then at the end of the movie, they're going, "You didn't tell me you were a good girl." And I go, "Well, it's worse for me because I won't be in the sequel."
That's true. That's true. And I know my mom's personal favorite is Tigger. She's a huge Tigger fan.
Aww.
Yeah, so she's like, "You're going to speak to Jim Cummings?" I'm like, "Yes."
Well, tell your mom.
The Tigger said, "Don't forget to remember to keep on bouncing."
Oh, she's going to love that. Thank you.
My pleasure.
It's an honor, an honest pleasure to talk to you. I mean, I grew up listening to your voice and everything. I mean, everything. So thank you so much for
this is all
talking to
my
us.
fault?
Yes.
Good.
This is your fault.
Pretty well, didn't I? Well, will you do me one favor before you go?
Will you stay as sweet as honey forever, Desiree?
Yes.
Yes, good. Excellent.
Well, thank you, Jim. It's a pleasure.
My pleasure is mine. My work here is done.
All right, guys, I'm here with Edward right now from Shark Industry Studios, and what you do is you frame and draw in a very different way than everybody else. Is that right?
Well, I think there's a lot of unique styles when it comes to artwork. I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't try to keep my artwork a little mainstream so that it's something that we're used to seeing in the pop culture eye. I don't want to be too weird or too out there, although that's perfectly fine. So I take some of my artwork, my original artwork, we'll make prints of it, and then we also do some custom matting and framing, for the upscale kind of collectors, who are looking for that extra when it comes to, matting or getting their artwork framed. And I'm a collector myself, so that's how it started for me, because I used to take all my artwork, or when I would go buy artwork from some of the high, popular comic guys, I would take it down and spend tons of money getting it matting and framed. So, I thought, hey, this might be something cool. I want to mat and frame and see how it actually looks. And, so I started bringing it to some of the conventions to test it. And there's a lot of collectors out there that really like it. So that's what we started doing to try to just bring a little bit different flair to customizing the work. Plus, it gives me some real freedoms when I'm doing my own artwork to see how crazy I can go with it at times.
Yeah, I mean, what caught my eye was that Deadpool. I mean, I'm a huge Deadpool fan, and I saw that, and I love the framing and then his logo at the bottom. I mean, you don't see that.
No, I think it's really interesting. And I'll be honest, I didn't start out a real big Deadpool fan, but after we brought these to, probably I want to say about 10 shows or so, I didn't have a Deadpool. I didn't even have one drawn. And so there was just so much request for it. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to draw a Deadpool because, well, one, you got to get the character right. Because there's some fans that they might just stab you on the way. No, I'm kidding. But they're really passionate and kind of crazy. So I was like, okay, so I just started drawing and watercoloring him right at the show. And I thought I would do it at the show so I could get fan reaction on it to make sure I was getting the character right. And I felt pretty good about it, thankfully. And so I was like, okay, well, you got to do the matting to really make the artwork pop. And it's got to stay true to the character. So we tried to do something that kind of kept it clean but edgy a little bit and make sure you got his kind of iconic logo in there. And I'm pretty pleased with it. And it's been our #1 seller. So, period, hands down, without a doubt.
So which one's your favorite?
Well, I don't have any of them up here right now, but I'd have to say my Batmans are my favorite, which is why I don't have any here, because we sold out at the last show and we're trying to get everything ready for an upcoming show. And so there's a stack of them that are all that we're ready to take to the next show. But due to the limited space, we can only bring so many to the shows. But I think Batman's my favorite. Now, I get confused, honestly, because I get commissioned to draw him so much. So I think he's my favorite, but I'm not real sure. He might be, but I don't know. I get confused.
Just a little biased.
I'm a little biased, but I draw him a whole lot. So, but there's a lot of Batman fans out there.
So you're going to be at a lot of the upcoming cons selling, right?
Yeah, actually, we're doing about 25 this year, including San Diego Comic-Con. Woohoo! Which is our 4th time going, and it's amazing. All the conventions, which, I'm a big, convention geek guy, and growing up, there just wasn't a lot of conventions that you went to. You had to drive all the way across country to go to one. And in the last year or so, you've seen a huge boom I think it's got to be all the movies that have become so popular. And so for artists like myself, who are trying to build a fan base and create that market, it's amazing how many successful shows there are. So, this year, we're in position to be able to do about 25 shows. So we're really excited about that.
So if we can't find you at the show, which is impossible, I'm sure we're going to find you, where can we go to find your artwork?
You can find my artwork at the website, www.si-studios.com. Edward Krotz, SI Studios on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We also did a fan film for one of our own characters called Kofire the Awakening. It stars... No, I'm kidding. But it does. So it was a lot of fun to make too. And we've entered that into some of the film festivals as well to just kind of, continue to build that fan base.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Edward.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Guys, go check it out. Get some of his artwork. It's amazing, and you're not going to regret it.
Thank you.
Hey guys, we're talking to Kenneth Rigdon here. Kenneth, how you doing, man?
Doing good, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so these are so cool. I love Legos. I got so many of them. But what's with the custom designs here, man?
Yes, I'm Modern Brick Warfare, and so I'm a reseller for Minifig Cat, and she's located in Taiwan. And what she does is she designs and manufactures a number of Lego accessories. Well, not Lego accessories, but custom designed accessories for the Lego minifigures. And we got tactical helmets, tactical armor, night vision
BGs on some of these guys.
Yes, we got machine guns. You name it, we got it. Pistols, tactical belts.
And you even got different lines here from other video games. What all lines have you done so far?
Usually just the Modern Warfare ones, really. That's all I really do. And then I also resell for a couple of custom printers. They custom design their own minifigures, and they digitally print them onto the minifigures.
Basically, you can get you a kind of a Lego design after yourself to maybe put in your ships and everything that you build with them.
Exactly.
Okay, so how long has this been going on, man?
It's been going on for about 2 years now, is what I've been reselling for. I usually do the Lego shows.
So this is your first time coming to this show, to a comic show? Yes. Well, this is their first show, so yeah, it's kind of working out for them. So how well do these do, per show?
They do pretty well. I usually sell probably about maybe 40, 50 of them a show.
Let's see, how much do these run for?
Usually about $15. The custom printed ones are running about $25.
Wow, that is cool, though. Just to get your own little custom designed Lego and with actual real weaponry.
Right, exactly.
Well, Kenneth, thanks for talking to us, man. Great idea here.
All right, guys, that's it for us at the Dallas Comic and Pop Expo. Thank you to everybody who was here. It was a great time, and I know these guys had an even better time than we did. So, guys, keep on nerding.